Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, all of our clients and prospects and friends out there, welcome to today's webinar. My name is Warren Stokes, and I will be your host and presenter today. Got an awesome topic, one of the best ever, and this is actually being broadcast live from my iPad in Bellevue, Washington. As many of you know, since you registered for this webinar, we're talking about Profit Mobile. We call it CRM in the palm of your hand. The purpose of this webinar is to give you a very full demonstration of these all new mobile applications that we have been developing over the last year and show you how to install them, use them, and get a lot of value. I'm sure you'll agree. This webinar is being recorded. You can access it later. You'll get an automatic email with the recording link in it. You can share it with others, your friends and colleagues. Hope you do. So by way of a little bit more introduction, I'm the Director of Sales at Avidian Technologies. Been with the company quite some time. And as you all know, because many of you are either using Profit or considering Profit, Profit is a very unique CRM. It's largely about ease of use, and we get a lot of awards for that. We've been developing and marketing this solution since 2002. We're headquartered in the U.S. in Bellevue, Washington, right outside of Seattle. We happen to be a Microsoft Gold Development Partner for over 15 years, and that's how we work so closely with the Microsoft suite. We have committed to becoming a leader in mobile CRM, and that's what our topic is today. And I want to comment just briefly on that. You know, as I like to say, hope is not a strategy when you're talking about building a sales pipeline, but the key is making it easy enough to use. And one of the key concepts of that is having easy to use mobile apps. And we've worked over the years to try to come up with the best one in the market. We think we're getting very close, if not there. Profit CRM is embedded in Outlook, and even through the mobile apps, it works with various Outlook functions, as you'll find out. And it's also, integrated with Word and Excel, and very happy in the Microsoft 365 environment. I've been with the company Avidian for about 15 years, I think, and I've had quite a lot of management experience and helped close to 1,000 companies get started with Profit. And I just enjoy it. I enjoy helping companies do things that'll help grow their business, basically, and become successful. So I've really enjoyed my time here and look forward to more. I hold a couple of US patents. I have another one pending in sales automation, as a matter of fact. And I've got a YouTube channel, which you can see a lot of my videos on, or our videos on, and it's got quite a few views, tracking over 1.4 million views total, and we're getting about 1,000 views a day right now. So it's been quite a popular way to view what we're doing. So I'm going to go through some concepts here just through the slides here, but I'm going to spend most of our time actually showing you how to use Profit. And again, I am broadcasting this right from my iPad, and we'll be going through all the Profit mobile functions. And you might just use this as a training webinar or video, but if it's your first introduction, then it'd be a good overview of all the functions of Profit Mobile. First thing is getting Profit and installing it on your mobile device. So Profit is available for iPhone and or iPad. It automatically scales depending on the size of your device. It's easy to do. You just go to the App Store, search for Profit CRM or Avidian CRM, either one, and you'll see a little icon that'll allow you to download the app. Real simple to do. For Android phones, it's the same thing, but you go to Google Play typically, search for Profit CRM, download it. You click the download icon, and you'll have Profit on your mobile device. You'll use your login credentials that you've got for Profit initially. It's just your email address and your password. That's it. That's all there is to it. Getting it installed, you'll then automatically be able to see and access and edit and update all of your Profit data. And as you'll see, you can also create new records of various types in the mobile apps, and that's what we're going to be doing today. A list of the features, just to kind of get you oriented as to what we're going to cover today. It's quite a lot, although it shouldn't take more than 30 minutes or so to go through all of these in some detail. One of the key concepts in our mobile apps is making it really easy to create contacts and update them. So you can create new ones or edit existing contacts. You can create new companies or update and edit existing company records in Profit in your mobile through the mobile app. You can create and manage your opportunities as well. So it's got all the primary functions of the full suite of features that comes with Prophet CRM Desktop. There's a few things it won't do because after all, it's not a full computer, but everything I'm showing you here, we're gonna cover and show you how it all works. And let's just talk a little bit about one of the key things I'd love to have people think about is, imagine if you're salespeople or if you are a salesperson, what if you always identified the next step in your sales process or your sales engagement? Not only that, you can set a date for it, and you'll see how we can do that in the mobile apps as well. You can send an email, very easy to do. You can schedule a meeting. You can make a phone call, all from your phone or your iPad or your mobile device. You can not just type in notes, but you can dictate notes into the app and it captures them. And in real time, anyone on your team with permission to view your data can see what's going on, or you can view it later. I find it's just a lot more convenient sometimes than sitting at my desktop. I might pick up my phone or have my iPad on and just dictate my updates into the Prophet Mobile. New feature is the ability to map a contact and get directions to them. And we'll do a little bit of that today. Next steps and next step dates are the one of the key things that are both in the desktop version and in the mobile versions. And you can also just find and display contacts nearby. So creating a contact is one of the first thing we'll do. And I'm going to alternate between this slide deck and the actual application here. So in creating a contact, basically you open Prophet mobile app and you tap the icon for contacts. Across the bottom, there's a row of contacts, rather a row of icons. One is home, one is contacts, one is opportunities, companies, and you can do a search. You can perform a search. So you just tap the appropriate icon, and when you're creating a contact, you just tap the contacts icon. You tap the plus sign, real easy. You enter the information into the contact fields. And one of the nice things about the mobile app is you can actually enter those fields, any text fields, using dictation. You can just put your cursor on it, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute, and dictate right into it. So you can capture, and it's very, very powerful and accurate these days. A couple of nuances to that when you're doing voice dictation. The one thing that you need to remember is that punctuation is actually, you have to state the punctuation mark that you want, period, question mark, exclamation point, etc. And I can do a little bit of that for you as we show you how the product works. You tap save, that new contact is created. You'll see a view drop down in the new version of Prophet Mobile, and that is for an upcoming feature that is now just being launched or being developed and will soon be launched, and that is to pick up on the view settings that you've set up in your desktop version of Prophet. Views are basically lists filtered and sorted different ways. So that'll be coming soon, but since it's in the app, you'll see the view drop down. The default drop down is just recent. It'll just show you what has recently been worked on. So let's just jump into the app and let's create ourselves a contact. So here I am on my iPad. I'm just going to open Prophet Mobile. Here's the home screen. If I want to create a new contact, I just click the contact icon, second over from the left, and I tap plus. And now here's the contact form. So I'm going to, let's just do the dictation. So I hit the mic button. Reese. Reese. Sometimes it doesn't work quite right. So you just type it in or dictate it in. But I'll put in the last name here. Witherspoon. Give it a company name. Sweet Alabama LLC. How about that? rw@sweetalabamallc.com. Pretty sweet how I did that, huh? Let's double tap the caps icon so you can tap multiple letters that are all caps in a row. That's just a little keyboard feature. Put in the phone number. 818-123-4762. How about a cell phone? 212-439-6742. Let's skip the home phone, put in a website. That's funny because I had the mic still on. Get rid of that. And that's how you can just edit things, is you backspace. That was funny. Live webinars. www.sweetalabama.com. We'll use the default setting for that, and that would be for the users, which the default would be the person creating the contact. Pretty awesome. Now, let's just save that, and then we'll talk about the next function. So we just created the new contact, and it will be saved there. You can see it right there. Now, if you wanted to, you're back into the contact screen here. You can tap any one of these, and you can then go in, and let's talk about editing a contact. So the first thing to keep in mind is that there are different screens, and it's the swipe left that gets you to the different screens. In other words, there's more than the fields here in this one window. So if I want to see the other ones, I just swipe left or swipe right. And now you can see that I've got all of my contact information in there. But let's add a note down here. I like to put the cursor, I'll just put the cursor in the note area. I select, if I wish, the type of activity that I might want to put the note in. So for example, let's say this was, and these are your customizable activity drop-downs, by the way. We'll call it meeting notes. I'll dictate some notes in there. We met to review the proposal, and they liked it so much they committed to signing the contract by next Thursday! Exclamation point. Now you can actually do returns with voice. I'm not going to do it here, but it's, you just say new line or hit return, either one. We discussed setting up a meeting to draw up the contract and finalize it on Monday. So I'm going to save that note, and that will be entered into the contact record, and you can see it right there. You can see I met to review the proposal and they liked it so much, et cetera, et cetera. This actually goes into the central database in real time. What I'm showing you here, as you'll see, can be done for contacts, companies, and opportunities. You can create and edit all of them. It's pretty cool. Let's just go back to the home screen then and go through the next function, which will be creating a company. There's a really cool feature in Prophet, and that is when you create a new contact, if it has a company name in the Outlook company or the contact company field, it'll create a new company for you, associate that contact to that company, and assign the user, which would be the person that initially created it. You can then assign other users to it. It's pretty awesome. Creating a company is very similar. We go to the company icon, we tap the plus sign, we enter the information into the company fields, and you can also use voice dictation. Works pretty good. I like it. You tap save and you've created yourself a new company. So why don't we do that? Let's create a new company. And I think I'm going to call this one, let me think of a company to create. I got one. So let's go into Prophet. Again, back on my iPad, we're going to go into the companies area, and I'm going to tap the new company icon, Eastwood LLC. I can add a contact or not. Let's put a phone number in there. 818-213-4769. Clint@eastwoodllc.com. That one didn't quite work dictating it, so I'm gonna just type that one in. Done. You can put a website in there if you wish, and so on. The user, again, is going to be the initial user that was assigned to it. And you can edit things if you didn't quite get it in there right. Go back and edit things. All right. So we've created ourselves a new company called eastwoodllc.com. Now that company will be shown in your company listings, just like it showed your new contacts in the contact listing. Pretty darn easy. You can edit a company by just searching for it and then just tapping on the company record. In this case, you can see the company is called Time Machines Inc. The contact associated with it is Bradley Cooper. There's the phone number, a little bit of summary information. And just like we did with the contact, I can enter notes at the company level. And the reason we provide the ability to enter contacts in either the contact or enter notes in the contact or the company is that it depends a little bit on what the note is that you're recording is about. Most of our clients, not all of them, but many of our clients are B2B, meaning their customers are companies rather than just people. What I usually do on a contact note is I just put in maybe where I found them. You could enter in their bio and a few things like that. Maybe you want to know what their hobbies are, if they have a spouse, what's their name, if they have kids and stuff like that. Things that salespeople like to know that help develop a personal relationship. But the business notes are usually kept either in the company, which is where we're at now, or alternatively in the opportunity if it's about a particular sales opportunity or transaction you might be working on. So we do the same sort of thing. You go into the note area, you select, if you want, you can select an activity type. And I'll just say, how about this one, a phone call note. I called to confirm that they received the new quotation, period. They indicated that they have it and everything looks good, period. So the next step would be send it to the lawyers for review, period. Tap save. Now you heard me state the actual punctuation when I said, you know, I called to confirm they received the new quotation, period. That put a period in there. You have to sometimes be careful because if you really wanted to spell out the word period, you'd have to type it in. There's a few of these things. Exclamation point works as well, question marks and so on. So that's how you would log a note into the company record. Not too hard. So there we go. Now we can go back, just hit the back screen and we can go into another company or what have you. You can also just search for a company if you want. So the idea is navigation, contacts, companies, opportunities, but you can also just do a general search if you wish by clicking the search button, type in your search term, and it'll find contacts, companies, or opportunities associated with that, that search term that you put in there. Let's talk a little bit then about creating opportunities. There's a couple ways to do it. You can just be in an opportunity in your opportunities screen there, again, by tapping the icon. I'm looking at my screen and on the webinar, and I don't know that you can see the icon, so I'm gonna just momentarily go back to the PowerPoint to show you that. So when we're talking about creating these things, there's a row of tabs, a row of icons at the bottom of each screen: home, contacts, companies, opportunities, and search. So when we go to create an opportunity, we just go into the opportunities tab, and I'll go back into Profit for that. The Profit Mobile. Go to opportunities, click the plus sign. Now we can just create our opportunity. So let's just say, give it a description. Contact. Let's edit that. contract for new product line. Now in the company, I can search for a company, and let's just say it's see if I remembered that correctly. So you can search for any, since I'm starting from a blank opportunity, you can search for a particular company. In this case, you can see how it found the company we just created, Sweet Alabama. I remember that movie, Sweet Home Alabama. That's why I thought of creating that. It's fun to invent new entities in here. But we're going to just select that and save. So now this opportunity is associated with that company, as you can see right here. And look at that. It even put the contact for that company in the opportunity as well. So when we tap one of these, it's a drop down indicated by the little arrow on the right. You can see I want to make it active. These are your sales statuses. Again, these will follow the actual statuses that you have in your customizable fields. Same with sales stage, the stage drop down. So these are the different potential stages that you might want to put this opportunity in. Let's put it in stage 2, qualifying. Estimated close date brings up your date picker, date chooser here, and let's just say it's going to close by July 4th, 2021. Done. Put in the date. Revenue is a numeric field, so let's put in some revenue numbers. When it parses the data, it'll actually put the commas and stuff in there if you want. But 125,000. Maybe there's some kind of a monthly fee associated with the contract. And there's the first part of the opportunity. Now, I could just save it by clicking the save on the upper right there, but if I swipe right, it's going to take me to the next set of fields. Remember, in the opportunities, there's quite a number of fields that are available. Your company may not use them all, or you may not choose to use them all, but you might want something like the region, which could be your sales territory. And these labels are up to you guys, what you've determined. Let's say, where did the lead came from? In this case, well, first let's do current CRM. Oh, I'll just say unknown on that. These are the drop downs. Competition. Let's just say the competition. We compete with these guys a lot. Let's put them right in here. All right. Interesting. A lot of what we consider to be our competition is just people using Outlook and Excel. So I'm going to put that in there. There we go. Done on that one. Key information. Again, this is just one of those fields that you can create and profit as a memo field, which is the case here, which holds 1,000 characters, or you can just have text fields like above. But I'll go ahead and put some content into the key info. This company provides consulting for the entertainment industry, period. They have been in business since 2010 and have approximately 50 employees. Done. Next step is a good one. Let's make the next step send a proposal. Okay, remember, if you always put the next step in, it's going to be awesome. Next step date will be, let's just say we'll make it April 21st. This is all going to be instantly transferred into your desktop versions and viewable throughout your company's organization, permission-based, of course. Let's give this a probability. They said they are pretty likely to do it, subject to the proposal being acceptable. So we're going to put that at 50%. But yet, wait, there's more. What are the company's revenues? These are customizable fields again. If there's maybe a cost to the lead that you purchased or somehow acquired, maybe you want to put that in there. These are just fields that help you gain information about the company. Industry is a drop down. So let's put these people in the entertainment industry, which is what they do. You can type in a sector here where it says sector, and I'll put in consulting. These are what the taxonomy of the opportunity. In other words, with fields like this, you're able to then later slice and dice and understand and analyze your data a lot more. Type of lead, let's just say this came from, well, let's say it was a phone lead. So you can tell how much, when you analyze the data, how many leads are coming through from the different lead sources. Maybe you purchase leads, that'd be a vendor. You can add other types of fields, like maybe you want an overall probability, not just the estimated close date probability, type of sales. Let's just say that's a new sales. That's our categories. You might have your own. And if they came from a search engine, what search engine was it? Things like that. What page did they visit? And a lot of times, if you generate leads, you'll get this right through your lead generation. And if anyone ever wants to talk about how we can help with like web form capture, we'd be glad to discuss that with you. Prophet can be integrated with your website so that leads like this get automatically created. Let's put in team size. Maybe they have 20 potential team members that would use it. Again, more. There's other fields we can put in here. I won't necessarily put all of the data in here today, but just to give you an example of, maybe you want to know what kind of a contract they would be on, maybe a date you're going to demonstrate or meet with them again, or whatever these fields are that are meaningful to you. We do a lot of things with licensing and so on. So now we're just going to save that opportunity, and we will have created a new opportunity from scratch. I'm going to show you yet another handy way, two other ways to create opportunities here as we go, because part of this is kind of help you get trained on all of this. So now we've got all of these different opportunities that we've collected here, but I'm going to go back and show you how to create an opportunity with a contact. Let's take Susie Smithers here. So I just tapped on Susie's name here, and one of the things I could do is, there's three little dots in the upper right. You can see when I tap them, they bring up a menu: edit, view opportunities, or add opportunities. Well, before I add one, let's just select view opportunities and see what kind of opportunities I have for this contact. Oh, there's one right there. I could go into it right from here. Or let's say I wanted to add an opportunity to this associated with this contact, and it brings up my opportunity, but it's already associated the company and the contact. Now we can give it a description, whatever that might be. Let's say a 2021 renewal contract or something, whatever it is that describes your opportunity. Everybody's business is different. But we're going to put our description in. You always want to give it a status, but usually the starting status is active, so that's what we'll do. But if you want to change it later to won or lost, you can, or hopefully you win a lot of them. And that's one of the metrics too, that you'll get out of Prophet. And in prior and future webinars, we'll do more on reporting. I just did one on that just last month. Put the stage that they're in, of course. Let's say they're in the proposal stage right away. When do you think this might close? They're indicating June 15th. How much revenue is it worth? Let's put in our estimated revenue. Now, of course, this is right now, it is kind of a guess, but we'll go $65,000 on that. Now, remember, you can just let it be without commas and whatnot, or you can put them in there if it makes you feel better. No monthly revenue on that one. Done. Save. So we just created an opportunity from a contact, which was a handy way to do it because it saved 2 steps, associating the company and the contact with the opportunity. Awesome. So let's go back and let's do one more opportunity creation. So let's go ahead and create an opportunity from a company. So we go into companies. Let's go into Cuervo Enterprises, one of my favorite clients here. And again, I could just look through the notes. By the way, while I'm here, let me explain something, just an incredibly handy thing for especially people out there in the field, and I'm sure many of you are getting back and actually visiting customers, not living in Zoom all the time. But one of the nice things is I can just go in here and see what's been going on with that account. If there are service invoices or service issues or invoice problems or anything you might want to be aware of before you walk in and meet with the buyer or the manager or the CEO to close on that deal, you might just want to see what's been going on before you do. Incredibly handy. But what we're doing here is we're going to create an opportunity with this company. But again, I can add a contact, I can view other opportunities, I can do different things with this company record. Let's just see if there are any opportunities for Cuervo Enterprises right now. Nope, no opportunities. So let's create a new one. Add opportunity. It's these little dots up here. We're going to create an opportunity with this company. And guess what? Again, it's associated the company to the opportunity because we started there. It associated the contacts with the opportunity. I could add contacts to it if there were other contacts that you want to add, but we're going to give it a description and call it supplies and beverages for the spring party. Now let's make a status active. Let's put our stage in here. Let's put our stage drop down as, right now we're just kind of a new lead. We'll say the spring party is going to be on May 15th, so we need it closed by then, and the revenue is going to be $1,500 worth of beverages or something. Maybe some of you sell that. I don't know. No monthly revenue in this case, but you could fill that in. And again, all of these, okay, I gotta stop that for a second. We have a little glitch on the iPad settings or the show here. So let me go back into my Zoom meeting and reshare that. Give me one moment while I restart that Zoom broadcast. There we go. Cool. So we're back in profit. And now we're just completing this new opportunity. And this one, as I mentioned, was created from the company record rather than the contact. So that's just another way to create opportunities with your mobile, with Profit Mobile. CRM in the palm of your hand. Now, we've covered the ability to enter notes and activities already. So let's just go back and kind of start wrapping up here. There is a function which I do want to talk a little bit about, and that is called the swipe to connect. So I can be in a contact, but if I wanted to do something quickly, this is really cool. I can just swipe left, okay? So you can see as I do that, it brings up my options of what I might want to do there. Swipe left and it brings up your option. So in this case, I could tap to dial, I could tap to map and get directions, I could tap to create an appointment. In this case, it would just bring up my, I'm not sure what happened there. It would just bring up my calendar or my email, or it would dial them right on the phone because you're on your phone. It's pretty handy. The ability to map a contact is handy. Call them, email them, reach out, set up an appointment, and so on. So that's a pretty thorough overview of the functionality of Profit. I do want to show you how you can just a little bit on the settings and kind of the back end of this, and that is when you're in your home screen here. By the way, here's your next steps right here. It shows me steps coming up, and again, watch this. I can actually open the item, in this case an opportunity, the item associated with that next step, and there it is. So I can actually look at my kind of my to-do list for things coming up. But if you go all the way to the bottom of this, there's a button that says settings. And you'll see that there is the ability to upload a photo. You would have to have the photo on your device to do that. That would be your user photo. And then you can show, this shows you kind of where you log out and then log back in. I'm not going to log out, but it's super easy to log in. It's just you put your email address and password in it. Not a whole heck of a lot to it, but you can turn things off like the recent, if you don't like that or don't want that in your home screen. You can turn off the show upcoming, which are your next steps, and you can turn off show nearby. The nearby just shows you contacts near where you're located, and you can zoom around on your map. This just brings up your default map. I use Google Maps. So I have a lot of contacts in my database. Look at all those. Shows you where they are, and that's pretty handy. So that concludes the webinar today. I would like to post some contact information here for everybody. If you need to, need any help, like to chat, if you're interested in procuring profit, um, you can give us a call, send us an email, visit our website, and so forth. And I'm going to just go to that contact screen. Taking me a minute here. Here we go. So our website has a ton of information on it. We have videos, tutorials, support. You can create a support ticket. You can call us. Our number is easy. It's basically 1-855-284-3426, which is 1-855-AVIDIAN, by the way. You can email your account manager, call them up if you know who they are. Most of you do. Customer success at avidian.com is our general customer support email, but I'm also happy to help anybody that I can. So the nice thing about Profit and our company Avidian is that we're kind of the human CRM. You'll have 4 or 5 people usually or more that you know it on a first name basis here, and we're glad to help. So again, I really appreciate you guys investing the time to join today's webinar. Wish you a safe day, and hopefully we'll be talking to you soon. Thank you all very much.